Hello, everyone. Hi, this is Kim. Um, I come to you today on behalf of Simmons Medical Coding and Compliance Consultants. Um, I was just asked to do a little demonstration video about tabbing. Okay, so let's get right into it. Just some tips for tabbing your ICD-10 CM manual. You guys probably, well, you should have your books by now, but if you don't, this will be helpful when you get them. Um, the first point that you need to make sure that when you're tabbing your books and whenever you bring your books to class, which will be every class, you bring highlighters and tabs because you're going to be tabbing and marking your books throughout the course. Um, so you want to make sure that you're, well prepared and you have ample supply of pens, pencils, highlighters, and tabs. Um, and the general tabbing is what we're going to discuss today. The first point being that you need to tab your books before you start working your course. Um, and we're going to go over some reasons why, and then you choose, what you want to do and how you want to do it. First of all, for better navigation of your manuals, knowing how to navigate your manuals and using or developing your own way of navigating can only benefit you when it's time to start taking time tests at the end of the course, as well as reach speed proficiency by the end of the course. Um, uh, so that you'll be able to, confidently sit for your exam. Tabbing helps to ensure that you're confident about locating guidelines and codes when working course cases and exercises. Um, Familiarize the sections of your manual quicker. Um, when you tab, it helps you to familiarize yourself um, with your manuals quicker, and that's all of them. We tab all of our manuals here at SMC3. And fourthly, there is no wrong way to tab. Okay, step one. Um, we always, encourage our students to divide their books on one side and then section them off on the other, just for clarity. And you choose which to do to what. Um, this first step with the labeling the sections of the manual with tab, the sections of your manual. First, of course, you have your guidelines, then your index to diseases or your alpha index, your tables, neoplasm table, your table of drugs and chemicals, and then your external causes, and then your tabular list. These page numbers are not synonymous with 2017. This is just a demo. Okay, step two, labeling section titles with tabs or notes. Your section titles would be those different uh, alphabet in your coding manual, in your CM manual, that will lead you to coding correctly. You want to label those so that you'll be able to get to them quickly. Um, this point just goes without saying that the certification exam is 5 hours and 40 minutes, which averages out to about 2 minutes and 33 seconds per question. You're encouraged to answer each question and leave nothing blank. And again, remember, there is no wrong way to tab. Step three would be to work your manuals. Ladies and gentlemen, you will be tabbing throughout this course, tabbing and noting in your books throughout this course. One key thing that it would behoove you to pay attention to when you get started in your curriculum is the practical coding note. You'll see those throughout your reading, and it will give you different hints as to what to note and what to label and tab, and what to make stand out in your resources. It will make plain to you whether you're to mark in your CPT or ICD-10 book. And it may give you some notes about hick picks, but not many. Again, this webinar is for the purpose of the demonstration only to get you started. However, this is in no way the final word on tabbing or annotating or noting your books. So you'll be doing that as you need to and as you see fit throughout the course. This is just another example of a practical coding note. Practical coding notes are usually found in your AAPC books, your curriculum, as well as your study guide, if you choose to purchase one. It's a good idea to get used to paying specific attention to these notes as you move through your course. Um, if you make it a habit of paying attention to them, then certain things when you go to code, you'll have certain notes in your books that will help you um, in day-to-day coding. Example 3 in the AAPC curriculum, this stage table is there. This stage table for CKD is there in your curriculum, but it's not in your book. Um, and what you want to do is to either locate these stages in your book, or we encourage you to you can make as many notes in your book as you want. However, you cannot like put it on a sticky note and then tape it in your book. You can't staple it to a page in your book or whatever, but you can write it there. Some charts may not be in your manual, but transpose the information to your manual so that you're clear about the use of the code set or individual code. So it's things like this that you pay attention to in your curriculum. Tabbing and tagging the guidelines. When you get your book for 2017, on 2016 it was page 47. That's not going to be the case for 2017. Um, we encourage you to label these guidelines like section 1. When you get to section 1, you're going to write everywhere, as Professor Simmons did here in her book. I just took a picture of that to make to for an example. Section 2, you're going to write inpatient. Beside that, section 3, inpatient. Beside that, and section 4, outpatient. And this is just to let you know when you're looking up a guideline or when you're getting ready to use a code, that if there's a need for you to even peruse the guidelines, which guidelines you're looking at. This just makes you know that. Um, Everywhere just means just that in all settings. Inpatient, your facility, hospital, nursing home. Outpatient, just that, outpatient setting. Moving on. This template, these tabs were done with a template. We have a Facebook page that is CPC class. And what it is, this template, it gives you the type of tabs, and they are by Avery. Um, it gives you the type of tab or the label number that you're to use. And of course, you can go online and get the download. But we have the template actually on our Facebook page under files. If you go into files, you'll find tabbing template. And this is what it looks like when you finish. When you use a template, it doesn't necessarily have to be this verbatim, but whatever it is that you choose to, however it is that you choose to illustrate your tab, you can do that. Whether you spell out the whole word or use an abbreviation, it doesn't matter. Okay, this is just a different book. This is not the book that you will have. I actually did this illustration too so that you can see the tab. It's just a different tab. And I think this person just used the codes. They use code ranges to differentiate their tabs, but that works for some people. So, it's up to you to figure out exactly how you want to do it. Um, Same thing here. They sectioned off their book, and they put tabs at the bottom. I did this on a couple of my manuals, um, just to differentiate, from dividing, like special things that I wanted to make. note of. I think I have my BMI tab there at the bottom, my gestation of weeks, as well as my history codes. Um, this person actually binded their book. We don't do this. This is someone who's a day-to-day coder, and I think their book was falling apart, was falling apart, and they binded it. It works for use, but I'm not sure. It would depend on your proctor whether or not you could bring this into an exam. You see what she did? She put it in a notebook. Okay, so these are just all examples of tabbing, and this was just your ICD 10 book. I will do another snippet for your other two sources as well. Talk to you later. Bye.